Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to continue on with the Boho Christmas from Simple Stories. It's their card kit. So here is the complete card kit you can see on the front. And then we're working on these two cards. I already have my card bases ready to go. They come in the kit, by the way. I know as we keep going, I tend to forget to tell you. So you do get 8 card bases, and then the only thing you don't get in the card kit is envelopes. So you do have to get envelopes for yourself. All right. So I'm starting on the first card, which has the large Santa. And I'm just grabbing the background pieces, the layers, and then we're going to grab, I think it's more, yeah, it's the die cuts. So the die cuts in their description are on the 12 by 12. And then whenever they say the chipboard, it's on the 6 by 12 chipboard piece. So this one right here is the chipboard. So this is the part that has a little bit extra, a little bit of thickness, more thickness than obviously the die cuts, but still not too crazy thick that, you can't pop them up if you wanted to. And then we're going to grab a couple of stars. And just double checking. Let me look here because I have it here in front of me too. Yep, just the 2 stars. Okay, and then that's it. Just want to make sure. Yeah, no hearts. Okay. So what I was doing there was just trying to make sure that the stars I was grabbing were the right color. But it was interesting. What's interesting on this one, which I wanted to share, is at the bottom it said something about a small dark green chipboard on Santa's or by. Yeah. Because it's talking about like putting it on Santa's hat, but it's already on Santa's hat. So I'm like, so that's what took me a second because I'm looking like, wait, I have these pieces here, but I don't know what it's talking about. This little small, like nothing that tiny for his hat. I was like, it's already on there. So we're going to move along. For the second card, I'm going to go ahead and grab, we have 2 like banner pieces. One is on the die cuts, and I had to be careful because the die cuts, though they do pull out, sometimes it's very easy to tear by accident. And then the chipboard piece, which is also like a banner, we're going to double them up. And then we're also going to grab on here we have a chipboard piece that says may your stockings, and then we have a die cut piece that says be full of cheer. And then we're also going to pull out the 3 stockings, which is right there, the green, the pink, and the white with the fuzzy balls. They're so cute. This one is probably one of my favorites. I love the stockings and the using the banners. I like that. Okay, so again, I'm folding where it's already scored on the cards, and I just like to do it twice so that way they kind of stay more closed. And as I've said in previous videos, you don't have to use the card bases that they send if you have like a thicker or stronger cardstock. You just cut it out so that way your cards are 4.25 by 4.25 by 5.5. Your standard card. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and start layering up. Now this one just goes right in the center. And then the strip goes at the bottom so that way it looks like it's like not even a 1/4 inch showing. So it's enough to cover that little very bottom part of the pink piece that we just laid down. And then that gives Santa plenty of room. And if this is your first time, whether you see me using a card kit or if I'm doing layers on my own, I always use glue with my tape because I like to have a little bit of time to where I can move something if I need to. And sometimes with the tape runner, once you put it down, sometimes it makes it really hard to pull back up without ripping and tearing your papers. So that's why I use the wet glue. Now on here, I'm going to use a piece of foam because we want to pop the sentiment up. So give it a little bit of height. And that's with the Sending Holly Jolly vibes, which is so cute. And then I decided for the ivory, yeah, the ivy and where are the things? Berries. We're gonna pop those up as well. So that way I'm using the leftover piece that I had, and that allows them to be at the same height. And the little the actual berries I put glue on so that way they can touch the Holly Jolly sentiment and everything is right at the same height. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's almost like it's all one piece. And then we're going to add the 2 stars. And for a second I was like, where's the other one? All right. And there we go. So I'm showing you the height difference. So on this particular one, I used square foam that was super thick. And on this one, I was using the thinner black. And you could see it still gives you height, but it's not like super tall. So there's a lot of different options you can do. You can use the thinner one, maybe double it up if you want a little bit more height, or if you get like some of your foams that are a little bit thicker, you can see it gives you a bigger dimensional element. Sorry. If you heard that, that was my phone. Let me put it on silent. Okay, so for the last card for today, we're going ahead and already putting that together. We got the wood grain on the bottom with the green strip. And then I think, yeah, I just love this one. You know what? It might be the plaid. I have a thing for plaid. I don't know what it is, but I do love using it on my layouts, on my cards. Yeah. Now with my glue gun, I wanted to mention, I have the one with the bigger nozzle for the glue to come out. And let me tell you, it does not disappoint. It be coming out a lot extra. So like on that one banner that I had put down, I had to wipe some of the glue off because it was too much. So just figuring out where everything is going to lay. So before I do the chipboard banner, I want to have the stockings lay kind of where I put them. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue behind right where they are. So that way I don't have to move anything. I just kind of lift it up and then put it back down. And it doesn't really adjust all over. It's pretty much where I wanted it to be. And you can do stuff like that even with your big projects like your scrapbook pages and stuff like that. You can hold like a piece down, lift up, put some glue, and work slowly that way if you're worried about something moving. I've also used press and seal before to kind of keep everything all together. So there's options. All right. And then for the chipboard sentiment, since it's already a little bit thicker, I'm just going to glue it straight down. But the other sentiment, you guessed it, I'm going to put some foam tape behind it. And actually, I have one that's a strip that's not as thick as those other squares that I used. And once I put it behind it, and trimmed it off. We're going to go ahead and put that down. And with foam, I always put glue on it as well, because sometimes you put it down and it's crooked. It's looking not as, not as straight as you want it to be. So that gives you a little bit of time. Like I said, you see I was able to lift it up and adjust it and then press it down. And that's the cards. So now, after I put my pin back in my glue, I'm going to go ahead and grab my fossilized amber, and we're going to do some splatters with that and the picket fence, the white picket fence. Because whatever you do with the one set of cards, I think you should do throughout them all, because it'll make it all coherent, and it makes it like a complete set, because you've done the same thing on each one. So like I've done ones where I've used enamel dots, and then I put enamel dots on all of them, all four. You know what I mean? Same thing with sequins or gems. So for me, I think with doing the splatters, I don't need the gems and stuff. The splatters finish it off just fine. And then I'm gonna hold it up here so you can see. And I try to put them back down in the same spot so that way they don't get a whole bunch of ink on the back side of the card. But if it happens, sometimes it happens, and it'll be okay. So that's card number 6. And next week will be the last set of this particular kit. Again, thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you next week.